My child, please don't leave yet. I have something to tell you before tomorrow begins. Not because I want to frighten you, but because I love you. There are moments in life when a single message changes everything. A single conversation, a single decision, a single prayer, a single moment of surrender. And today may become one of those moments for you. You have been carrying questions that nobody else knows. Questions you have never spoken out loud. Questions that keep you awake at night. Jesus, are you still with me? Do you still hear my prayers? Will my situation ever change? Have you forgotten about me? My child, listen carefully. I have not forgotten you. Not for 1 second. I knew your name before you were born. I knew every tear you would cry, every battle you would face, every disappointment, every heartbreak, every victory, every prayer. Nothing about your life has surprised me. I have been walking beside you the entire time, even when you couldn't feel my presence, even when you thought heaven was silent, even when you believed you were alone. I was there, my child. Before tomorrow arrives, I need your heart to remember something. Do not allow today's disappointment to become tomorrow's identity. Do not let one difficult season convince you that your future is hopeless. The enemy wants you to believe your best days are behind you. But I tell you, some of your greatest blessings are still ahead. Some of your biggest prayers have not yet been answered. Some of your greatest testimonies have not yet been written. My child, I know you've become tired of waiting, tired of worrying, tired of pretending you're okay, tired of carrying burdens that seem too heavy. But I never asked you to carry them alone. Bring them to me, every fear, every regret, every dream, every broken piece of your heart. Give them to me, because what feels impossible for you is never impossible for God. My child, before tomorrow begins, choose hope instead of fear. Choose faith instead of doubt. Choose peace instead of anxiety. Choose my promises instead of your circumstances, because circumstances change, people change, the world changes. But my love for you never changes. My promises never change. My faithfulness never changes. My child, tomorrow may bring opportunities you cannot yet see. Tomorrow may bring answers you've been waiting for. Tomorrow may bring peace you've been praying for. Tomorrow may become the beginning of a new chapter. That is why I don't want you ending today with fear. I want you ending today with faith, because faith opens your heart to what God is already preparing. My child, you are not reading these words by accident. You are here because I wanted to remind you that your story is not over. Not tonight, not tomorrow, not until I have finished the work I began in your life. So stay with me, keep trusting me, keep praying, keep believing, because before tomorrow begins, I still have something beautiful I want to do in your life. If you're trusting Jesus with tomorrow, comment, Jesus, my tomorrow is in your hands. My child, before you close your eyes tonight, before you lay your head on your pillow, before another day comes to an end, there is something I want you to do. Leave your worries with me. Do not carry them into tomorrow. Do not allow today's pain to become tomorrow's burden. Too many of my children go to sleep with heavy hearts. They replay every mistake, every disappointment, every fearful thought, every unanswered question. And by morning, they are already exhausted. Not because of what happened, but because of what they kept carrying. My child, that was never my plan for you. I never intended for you to carry fear by yourself. I never intended for anxiety to control your thoughts. I never intended for guilt to steal your peace. I said, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That invitation still stands today. My child, rest is not found in having every answer. Rest is found in trusting the one who already knows every answer. You keep asking, "What if tomorrow is difficult?" But I ask you, what if tomorrow becomes the answer to the prayer you've been praying? What if tomorrow becomes the beginning of your healing? What if tomorrow becomes the day that restores your hope? What if tomorrow becomes the day you finally realize that I have been working behind the scenes all along? My child, do not let fear write tomorrow's story. Let faith write it. Because fear imagines problems. Faith expects God's presence. Fear focuses on what could go wrong. Faith remembers what God has already done. Think back for a moment. Remember every time I carried you through impossible situations. Remember every door I opened, every prayer I answered, every danger I protected you from without you even realizing it. You are still here because my hand has never left you. My child, some of you listening tonight feel completely alone. You smile in front of others, but deep inside, you feel forgotten, invisible, unimportant. Listen carefully. You are not forgotten. Heaven knows your name. I know every detail about your life. I know the tears you cried when nobody was watching. I know the silent prayers you whispered. I know the dreams you stopped telling people because you were afraid they would never happen. But I have not forgotten them. My child, before tomorrow begins, forgive yourself. Stop punishing yourself for mistakes I have already forgiven. Stop replaying old failures. Stop believing the lie that your past determines your future. It does not. My grace is greater than your failures. My mercy is greater than your mistakes. My love is greater than your regrets. My child, tonight, choose peace, choose forgiveness, choose hope, choose faith. Because when you wake tomorrow, I want you to wake up expecting my goodness, not expecting fear, not expecting failure, but expecting that God is still working. My child, tomorrow belongs to me. And because tomorrow belongs to me, you do not have to fear it. Walk into it with confidence. Walk into it with trust. Walk into it knowing that I will never leave you, never abandon you, never stop loving you. Because you are my child, and nothing will ever change that. If you're giving tomorrow to Jesus, comment, "Jesus, I trust you with tomorrow." My child, before you wake up tomorrow, there is one truth I need you to carry into the new day. Do not measure your future by what happened yesterday. Too many people allow yesterday's failures to define tomorrow's expectations. One disappointment convinces them nothing will ever change. One closed door makes them believe every door will remain closed. One unanswered prayer makes them think heaven has become silent. But my child, that is not how I work. I am the God of new beginnings. Every sunrise is a reminder that I still create new opportunities. Every morning is proof that my mercy has not run out. Every new day is another chance to experience my faithfulness. My child, I know what happened yesterday hurt. I know people disappointed you. I know promises were broken. I know you have asked questions that seem to have no answers. But I want you to hear my voice louder than your pain. Your future is not determined by your past. It is determined by my purpose. And my purpose for your life is greater than your greatest mistake. My child, you have been looking at your life through the eyes of fear. Now I want you to see it through the eyes of faith. Instead of saying, "What if nothing changes?" ask yourself, "What if God is already preparing something greater than I imagined?" Instead of asking, "What if I fail again?" ask, "What if God gives me strength I never knew I had?" Instead of wondering, "What if tomorrow is difficult?" ask, "What if tomorrow becomes the beginning of my breakthrough?" My child, faith changes the questions you ask. And when your questions change, your perspective changes. When your perspective changes, your decisions change. And when your decisions change, your life begins to change. My child, some of you have stopped dreaming, not because you wanted to, but because disappointment convinced you it was safer not to hope anymore. You stopped expecting good things, stopped believing for miracles, stopped praying with confidence. You settled for survival, but I did not create you merely to survive. I created you to walk with hope, to live with purpose, to trust my promises, to believe that I can still do the impossible. My child, before tomorrow arrives, I want you to make one decision. Choose to believe again. Believe that I still hear your prayers. Believe that I still open impossible doors. Believe that I still perform miracles. Believe that I still restore broken hearts. Believe that I still redeem lost years. Believe that I am still writing your story. Because I am. My child, there are blessings you cannot see yet. Opportunities you have not imagined, people you have not met, doors you have not discovered, miracles you have not recognized. But I have already gone before you, preparing, protecting, guiding, working, even while you were wondering if anything was happening. My child, do not be afraid of tomorrow. Walk into it with confidence. Not because you know what tomorrow holds, but because you know who holds tomorrow. And I promise you this, I will never stop walking beside you, never stop loving you, never stop calling you my child. If you're choosing faith over fear tonight, comment, "Jesus, I believe my best days are ahead." My child, before this message comes to an end, I need you to hear my voice one more time, not with your ears, but with your heart, because what I am about to tell you could change the way you walk into tomorrow. My child, you have spent too much time believing the lies of fear. Fear told you that you're too late. Fear told you that you've missed your opportunity. Fear told you that your prayers were unanswered. Fear told you that nothing would ever change, but fear has never spoken for me. I speak hope, I speak life, I speak peace, I speak purpose. My child, tomorrow is not your enemy. Tomorrow is another opportunity for my grace, another opportunity for my mercy, another opportunity for my love to reach you. Do not wake up tomorrow expecting defeat. Wake up expecting my presence, because before your feet touch the floor, I will already be with you. Before you face your first challenge, I will already be beside you. Before anyone speaks to you, I have already spoken over your life. You are loved, you are chosen, you are forgiven, you are never alone. My child, some of you have been asking me for a sign, a confirmation, a reminder that I still see you. Let this message be that reminder. You are not forgotten. Heaven has not ignored your prayers. Every prayer you've whispered, every tear you've cried, every moment you trusted me while nobody else understood. I saw it all, and I am still working, even when you cannot see my hand. Never mistake my silence for my absence. Sometimes I am doing my greatest work where your eyes cannot see. My child, As these words come to an end, I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Take a slow breath and simply remember this. You are deeply loved, not because you earn it, not because you're perfect, but because you are my child. Nothing you have done can make me stop loving you. Nothing you are facing is bigger than my power. Nothing tomorrow brings will surprise me, because I am already there. I am already waiting for you in tomorrow, preparing the way, opening doors, closing doors that would have harmed you, protecting you from dangers you'll never even know existed. My child, do not carry today's fears into tomorrow. Leave them here. Leave your anxiety. Leave your guilt. Leave your disappointment. Leave your questions. Place them in my hands, because my hands are strong enough to carry what yours never could. My child, when you wake up tomorrow, do not immediately reach for fear. Reach for faith. Before you check your phone, speak to me. Before you worry about your schedule, thank me for another day. Before you think about your problems, remember my promises, because the way you begin your morning often shapes the rest of your day. My child, I have not finished writing your story. There are prayers that will still be answered, doors that will still open, people you are still meant to meet, miracles you are still meant to witness, purpose you are still meant to fulfill. Do not quit now. Do not stop believing now. Do not let discouragement steal what hope is building. Keep trusting me, one step at a time, one prayer at a time, one day at a time. And one day, you will look back and realize, I never left you, not for one moment. I was with you through every storm, every tear, every battle, every lonely night, and I will continue to walk beside you until the very end. So, my child, sleep tonight with peace, wake tomorrow with hope, and remember, whatever tomorrow brings, you will never face it alone, because I am with you, always. If you stayed until the end, comment, Jesus, I trust you with my tomorrow. And if you're choosing faith over fear, comment, my future is safe in God's hands. May the Lord bless you, protect you through the night, fill your heart with peace, and lead your steps tomorrow. Amen.